Hi there. Welcome to a series of videos called English for Emerson. Today we're working on the letter Y. To do this lesson you need some lined paper with lines on it going side to side. Now when I make a capital Y, I'm going to try to stay in the space between three lines. What I mean by that is I've got a top line, a middle line, and a bottom line, and I'm going to try to make my capital go from the top, through the middle, all the way down to the bottom. Let's start by going to the top line and making a diagonal line down to the middle line. Just like that. Stop at the middle line. Then, once you've got that done, you're going to make a diagonal line from here on the top line down to the middle. It's kind of like writing a letter V, stopping at the middle line. Then, from there, we're going to go from the midline straight down to the bottom line. And that's the way to write a capital Y. Let's try another one. We start at the top line, go down on the diagonal to the midline, then we go back up to the top, make kind of like a V, and then we go from there down to the bottom line. That's kind of a crooked one there. That's not my best Y. I better do one more capital Y. Here we go. How's yours looking? I hope it's looking better than mine. From the top down to the middle. Then we go the other way and make the V. And from there we go straight down. That one's not too bad. And there is my capital Y. Now, your lowercase y is going to look a little bit different than this. This is one of those letters where the capital Y and the lowercase are different looking letters. This one just a little bit. When I do the lowercase y, I'm going to start at the middle line. And I'm going to go down on the diagonal like this. Then, I'm going to go back up to the middle line. And come down the other way. But I'm going to keep on going this time. And I'm going to go below the bottom line. This is one of those letters. The lowercase y, it's one of the only letters that goes outside the lines. It goes below the bottom line. This is tricky. What are the other ones that went below the bottom line? It seems like there was P, J, G, Y. Maybe you can think of another one. I can't remember. I know that there's J, G, and P, and Y. I can't think of the others right now. Maybe there aren't any. Oh! Q. That one went below the bottom line too. Okay, let's get back to it. I start at the midline, go down to the bottom line, then I go back up to the midline, straight through and down. That's beautiful. There's only two movements in the lowercase y. Let's do one more. Start at the midline. Go down to the bottom line, and then go over here. We pass it just like that. Ooh, those are nice. We got three uppercase Y's and three lowercase Y's. Now that we got that done, it's time to do some writing. And we're going to write three words together. I'm going to do mine right down here. I'm going to see if I can fit them all in. We're going to write the words, you try it. You try it. For example, Let's say that you went to the amusement park and you just said, I want to go on the roller coaster ride. The roller coaster is the one that goes super fast, up and down, side to side, loop-de-loops. And when you get done, you're like, oh my gosh. It was really intense. And someone says, as you walk off of the roller coaster, someone is waiting in line and they say, how was it? And you say, you try it. And just walk away. You try it. Here we go. We're starting with the word you. That is going to be Y-O-U. The Y can make the sound Y. Just like yellow or, let's see. What else would there be? You, yourself. Yeah. You, yellow, yourself. You hear that yeah in there. That's one of the sounds the Y can make. We're going to start it right here. We'll go. Everything here is going to be lowercase. Starting from the midline. And then we do this down here. We go below the bottom line on the lowercase y. I'm going to go a little bit further. There we go. Yeah. Now the next letter in U is going to be an O. I got something in my eye. An O. For the O, we're going to go counterclockwise, starting at the midline. When I say counterclockwise, I mean the opposite of the way the hands of the clock go, from the right to the left. Nice one. Yo. Now to make that into a U, we add a U to it. The U, we start at the midline. Is your O done? The U, we start at the midline. We go down to the bottom and back up. And then what I do, some people stop it just like that, and that's fine. When I do my lowercase u, I put a little tail on it coming back down to the bottom line. It's your preference. You can do it with the tail or without. That spells you. That's a nice one. You. Kind of like the O is almost silent in there, isn't it? English is strange. Why didn't they just spell it Y-U? I have absolutely no idea. That's the way that they do it. Okay, let's try it. The next, try. You try it. Try. Can you hear the first letter of the word try? Try. Try. I hear a ch, try, is it try like a church, or is it try like a tie? Try. Like a tire. Confusing, isn't it? How do you spell try? Well, as a matter of the fact, it starts with a T. Even though I hear a little bit of a ch in there. Try. 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 It starts with a T. Kind of sounds like a CH. English is confusing. Our lowercase t is going to start between the top and the middle line. I start mine right here. Straight down. Just like that. Right to the bottom line. Then, to put in my cross on the letter T, I go to the midline and I cross it. And that right there is a lowercase t. Now, the next letter on the word try. Listen to it. Try. Try. Do you hear the That's an R. We got to put in a lowercase r. We go to the midline do a straight line down to the bottom. We got to make it R. To complete the R, we go a little bit below the midline and we make a little hill up to the midline and then down a little bit. And then stop. Do you see that? That's a lowercase r. Now we got the tr. It ends with the sound I. For the sound of I on the word try, we're going to use a Y. The Y is a weird letter. It can make the sound Y. It can also make the sound I. It's kind of like a joker. The letter Y. It can do a lot of different things. Here's two things it can do: a Y and an I. We go to the midline, go down to the bottom line, and then we go back up to the midline and we go down below. Notice that the only letters that go below the bottom line here are the Y's. Do you see that? Their tails hang down below here. You try. That's nicely done. You try. Okay. Last word, it. You try it. What letter would we use to begin the word it? What letter can make the sound I? Well, the letter I usually makes the sound I in a word. It's going to be lowercase. We're going to go straight down from the midline to the bottom line. And then we make our dot right above it. Okay. And then I'll bet you know how to end the word it. Do you hear the t, it? That's right. I hear a T. So we get to use another T here. Between the top line and the middle line, we go straight down to the bottom line. And then we cross it at the midline. Okay, we did it. That's beautiful. A few words we got right there. How did it go for you? You try it. The next time that you do something and you got a friend with you and they ask you how it was, what are you going to say? You're going to say, you try it. Like, for example, if you go to a pond or a swimming pool and you jump in and they say, how is it? Is the water warm? You could just say, you try it. And that's all for English for Emerson. We'll see you next time. And we're almost done with the ABCs. The next time is the letter Z. I can hardly wait for it. See you next time.